Hello, everybody. Today's we're gonna film an atypical video. A few weeks ago, some gentlemen from ODENWOLF Knives approached me with an offer to send me some knives and do a review. This is the review for the knives that they did send me. They sent me 3 knives. They sent me their W1, W2, and W3 knives. They're like bushcraft knives. We'll take a look at the W1 here. Comes with a nice hard plastic sheath, which it easily goes in and out of. We can look at this. I've abused this sheath. I've tried to break it with my bare hands, and I just can't seem to get it to fail. I could probably snap this off, but what's that going to tell you? The sheath itself, like this part of it's very robust. It's not going to break on you, I don't think. You come to the knife. I like that blade profile. It's nice for slicing and things of that nature. If you look at this particular one, is 440C steel. Not my favorite knife steel, but works just fine. And these things are razor sharp out of the box. As I said, we've abused these today a little bit. I've got a piece of cardboard here. And it's still razor sharp. It's amazing. Got a piece of paper. Whoop. It's kind of went and tear with it. Yeah. But still pretty sharp. Not bad for what we did to it today, which you guys will see here in a bit. Moving on to their W2, which same style sheath with a different belt attachment. Got this button you can push and that snaps in place. You can lock it. This is locked. It's not going to open on you. That's unlocked. Again, easy in, easy out on the sheath. They have a bunch of different styles and colors and stuff. I think there's OD green, black, natural metal, stone washed. I think those are the blade colors, and the handles are black and OD green, and there might be another color on there. I'm not sure. You'll have to check it out. This knife is my favorite steel for knife blades. I don't know if we can see that. It's D2. The nice thing about D2 is it stays sharp a very long time. The not so great thing about it is that it can be very difficult to get sharp, but once you get it sharp, that edge, it holds an edge a long time. These knives all went through the same abuses, so we can, I'm not good at cutting paper, so don't judge the knife on my inability to do that. Perfect. Slices right through it. Then I'll disconnect it. I've been wearing this one pretty much all day since last night. This is the W3. It's the largest of the sheaths. And this knife, same blade profile, D2 steel, just like the W2. Still razor sharp. It comes with a fire starter, which we will show a video of that being used. It makes sparks and all kinds of stuff. Also has a whetstone in the sheath, and the sheath has the W2 style belt clip, and then there's also this quick detach loop, which I have on my belt right now. You can see it down here. There's the clip. Just clips on. They got it with me. Do the paper test. No issue. Cardboard, no issue. Same deal, razor sharp out of the box. Razor sharp after my testing. It's cool stuff. So, some takeaways from these knives, some things. I think that the price point of I think the W1 is $30 right now. I think that price point is pretty reasonable for what you're getting. If I had to pick, I would get this in D2 as well, just because that's my favorite steel. My favorite thing about the knives is actually the handles. These handles are insanely comfortable. It's like a rubberized, textured handle. It's got a little bit of, you can squeeze it. It's got a little bit of give to it, so you're not, this thing's not going to slip out of your hand if you got a good grip on that handle. This feels like a tool when you hold it, which is nice. The handle, like I said, it's not going to slip. I feel like this would be a really good knife if you're a boater. In wet conditions, you're going to be able to hold on to this thing. It'd be probably, I'll tell you what, guys that fish for catfish and you need a good bait knife, this might be the answer. That with the handle and the thickness of the blade, it's a pretty stout blade, and its sharpness, it would probably do really well for you. And that's the W1. The W2, we're getting into the D2 stuff that I actually like. Again, it's got the same style handle. It's got these little, all three of them have this. I don't know what you would use that for, but yeah, it's just they're just really nice knives. Interesting. I unfortunately don't have the opportunity to skin anything with them right now. Maybe I'll do a video in the future. I know beaver season's still in here in Pennsylvania, so that's an option. With that being said, I think the talking part of this, I will mention that if you go onto the ODENWOLF website, which there will be a link in the description below, that just going to their website using my link helps me. But if you're going to make a purchase after watching my review, please use the discount code KAYC, KAYC, E as in Edward, E as in Edward, 10. I'll spell that out for you. Well, it's actually right there, but we'll put it in we'll put it in editing. That gets you a 10% discount on all ODENWOLF products that you would purchase from their website. And if you use my affiliate link, that helps me out too. That being said, I needed to tell you that for transparency reasons. I don't want to give anybody the impression that they're not, that this is, I'm not making any money on this, because I could potentially make money if people buy this using the links and the discount code. That being said, if I make any money with this, I plan to put it directly back into the channel. I could use a new GoPro probably. So if I make 20 bucks, that 20 bucks will probably go towards that. That being said, let's continue on with the video, and we're going to move on to the tests, see how everything performed. And remember, the tests are already done, so these knives, cutting the paper and the cardboard and stuff, that's after they've been abused. So take it for what it's worth. Hey everybody, we've got the ODENWOLF W1 bushcraft knife, 440 stainless steel, and we have some dogwood we're going to test it on. strong branch right here. We're just going to take a couple. Again, not something I would do with a knife typically. But being a bushcraft knife, you may have to do something that you wouldn't typically do with it. We're pretty much through it. So that's the W1. Blade's still razor sharp. We'll test the other knives and see if they can do the same. Tested the W1's like chopping ability and it performed better than expected. We got the W2, D2 steel. Do the same test, see what we can do. I'm probably gonna go with this branch. Same situation as before, razor sharp still. And for being such a small knife, the chopping, it's actually pretty impressive. We'll take it all in one take this time around. Got the ODENWOLF W3, again, D2 steel. We'll and again, this isn't something I would do with a knife, but being as these are bushcraft knives, you might have to do something with them that you wouldn't typically do. Like I said before, I would much rather use a hatchet for this job, or even a small tomahawk or something. Starting to wear out the shoulder a little bit. But that's not the knife's fault. That's using the wrong tool for the job at hand. So, W1, W2, W3. As far as chopping goes, for a knife that is too small to chop with, it does just a fine job. So, you might be asking yourself at this point, how does it whittle and shave wood and shape things? We'll take this chunk that we cut and we'll and it just, this stuff isn't the easiest stuff to slice through, but it just goes right through it, no problem. And the handle is very comfortable. It's allowing me to really get a good grip on the knife, and it's very controllable. You know, a lot of times when I'm out trapping beavers or something, I like to have a knife with me so I can take a piece of poplar or something and trim all the bark off and stick that in amongst my caster mound set, and the beavers can see it from a long ways off. So the W1 for whittling down wood and stuff, I gotta say, it's still sharp. It's still making shavings real well. Let's try the other ones. We got our W2 here. D2 steel, not stainless. We're gonna whittle on this wood some. I think it bites a little better. I definitely think I think this one's a bit sharper, the D2 versus that 440C. It's a much more enjoyable carving experience with the D2 versus the 440C, in my opinion. We'll try this W3, and then we got a few more tests we want to perform. Again, I got this on my belt, the W3, and I would say it's right up there with the W2 as far as its ability to shave wood. And that edge is still, it's very fine, sharp. Fine and sharp. It's absolutely not causing any issues as far as dulling the knife goes. And again, that dogwood's not the softest stuff in the world. It's also not the hardest, but it's a pretty good test. So, a lot of times when I'm out in the woods, I do a yearly camping trip on the Allegheny River with some friends. I usually bring a little fire kit and stuff, but I have a piece of 2x4 here we're going to baton through, and then I have a piece of cherry we're going to baton through. I have a hickory axe handle as a baton. We'll start with the W1. W1 right here, 440 stainless. Again, that's just a pine 2x4. It's not much. Do the W2 and D2 steel. Batoned right through that. No big deal. We'll do the W3. Again, D2 steel. We just batoned through a knot with that. I got a little bit more substantial piece of wood here. It's a piece of cherry. Or actually, it's a piece of maple, I'm sorry. And it went right through that. That's the W1. Let's try the W2. right through that piece of maple like nothing. In the W3, we're going to put it through the thickest part. Again, D2 steel. No issues. Again, that edge didn't affect the edge at all. Went right through maple and pine and everything else. Okay, we're at about 5 feet. We're gonna cut a bullet with this thing. That's the ODENWOLF W1. There. We got a few hits on that thing. Let's take a look at our edge. The edge looks good. Can't even tell that we shot the blade. We shot it a few times. Is it, is it gonna hold up? Yes, it's gonna hold up. Not breaking. Gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with that. Alright, we got the ODENWOLF W2 right there. We're gonna back up about 5 feet. We're gonna cut a bullet with it too. That was a good hit. That was a good hit. That was also a good hit. Let's check our blade out. Yeah, we got some marring on there, but where the bullet hit the edge is intact. And I want to say we're hitting that with like 130 foot-pounds of energy. Nothing too crazy, but not a stress that one would typically put on a knife. Alright, we got the W3. We'll back up and we'll put a few on it. That was a good hit. Helps if I'm loaded. Alright, we're gonna put one more on that knife. And we definitely, I mean, the bullets are deflecting off of the blade, so we're definitely hitting it. Let's check and see what kind of condition our blade's in. And it looks perfectly fine. No visible damage to the edge. That's pretty incredible stuff. And just so you can see, we weren't messing around. These were, real bullets. Real 22 bullets. And finally, to end this video, I just wanted to say, if you do make a purchase and you do use the affiliate links and discount code, while I hope that benefits you, it does help me out, and I do appreciate that. And I would like to preemptively thank those of you that do so. So, thank you, and maybe we'll see more stuff like this in the future. One can hope.